Pantera is one of those bands that when I listen to it, get your heart pumping, get you in a good mood. And yet for me, it sometimes does just the opposite, like it did last night. Welcome back, everyone. This is Jason. This video is in some ways might be the most controversial video I've done on here. You'll learn why in a second. Rivalries in heavy metal are a healthy thing. Some rivalries in heavy metal are a healthy thing. For example, say I'm talking with a buddy of mine. Well, I like this band. Oh, well, I like this band. Oh, well, this band's got a better guitar player than this band. No, I think this guitar player is better than this one. That kind of rivalry is healthy. Where bands are compared, this singer's better. One of the best ones I've heard over the years is the singer Millie from Steelheart. Who's a better singer? The singer Millie from Steelheart, or Sebastian Bach, former lead singer of Skid Row, now a solo artist? You know, that's a famous one, but that's a healthy one. You never heard those two, online bashing each other. Or at least I never had. That was one between the fans, something like that. That's healthy. But more and more lately, I hear these stupid rivalries popping up all over the hard rock heavy metal pages. This band doesn't like this band, or this guy's sick of this guy. The one that makes me absolutely sick is all the negative talk about Kiss. I might save all that for another video. But just Gene and Paul talking nasty about Peter and Ace. It's like, really? They've been out of the band for how long and you're still gonna knock them? It's like, no one's perfect. Everyone has problems. Everyone's made mistakes and have moved on from them. It's just this stupid negative talk lately. It's from a fan standpoint, it makes me sick. All the mudslinging that went on around the Hall of Fame, just stupid. It's unnecessary. It's childish. It really is. And it's one thing that I've learned over the last few years, between losing friends, getting a divorce, all that stuff, is forgiveness. I'm not saying you gotta forgive and forget. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you gotta forgive and go back and be buddies or chums or get back with your ex or whatever. I'm not saying that. But if anything, forgive. And that's the main point of this video, is forgiveness. Back to Pantera. I was watching some videos over the course of the last couple days. Phil Anselmo's been filmed by fans live on stage, and I'll put the videos, links to the videos in the description so you can see them if you're a fan of Pantera and you haven't seen them before. From what I've seen, and this is the emotions that I got from it. He was on stage with Rex Brown's band Kill Devil Hill doing a Pantera song, and then he was in Chicago a couple nights ago doing a song with Zach Wild's band, Black Label Society, sorry, doing another Pantera song. And then I started looking up recent interviews, especially from Phil. This whole thing between Phil Anselmo and Vinnie Paul and Rex Brown has been eating away at them and at the fans for years. I heard that music last night and it was done so well. And I saw Phil go up to Rex on stage, put his arm around him, gave him a kiss on the head, man. It's like, oh, that's not metal. No, you know what? That's brotherhood. Okay? That's what that is. And it made me sad because some of the guys just want to lay it to rest. Some of the guys wouldn't mind doing it again. Putting Zach Wild in Dime's spot for guitar. And you know what? Part of me really wants to see it again, because when I saw Pantera live, it was back when Phil, he was messed up, okay? Well, not both times. The one time I saw him, and this is kind of humorous, I'll quick tell this. This was in Milwaukee. It was at a Marcus Amphitheater setting for Pantera and White Zombie went on before them. You can't put Pantera in an amphitheater setting. Oh my god, the seats that were just ripped out of that place by the end of the concert, it was nuts. But anyways, back to the point. That was a great concert. That was during the Great Southern Trendkill Tour. And that was the first time I saw them. Awesome. I'd say that's about when they were at the top of their game, in my opinion. And then I saw them like a year later on when they were touring behind the live CD they put out. And I didn't realize what was going on. I thought it was a great concert nonetheless. But that was when Phil was at his worst. He was doing those drunken rants on stage and stuff like that, and just not, as Triple H would say, he was not being an A+ player. For what it was back then, I dug it, and then I found out later why, why he was like that, and it's sad. But all the guys have come a long way. Phil's had his back surgeries. He's clean now. Rex has gone on to do other things. Vinnie Paul created Hell Yeah. Everyone's doing their own things. And yet there's still rumors about a Pantera reunion with Zach Wild. That rumor's been going on for the last couple of years now. Zach Wild being in Dime's spot on guitar. I'll tell you, I'd love to see it. Some fans go, no, you can't do it. You can't put Zach in that spot. After what I saw last night, the music being played how it was, Rex can still play it. Phil, yeah, he's kind of rough around the edges, but he can still belt out the stuff. Vinny, still one of the best drummers out there. Zach Wild, he would do Dime justice. He's one of the best guitarists out there. I say do it. In my opinion, I say go ahead and do it. I would love to see it. There's a whole new generation of fans out there. When I saw them, I was, let's see, I graduated in 92. I saw him a couple years after that. So I was, 20, young 20s when I saw Pantera. It's been 20 years now. There's a whole new generation of kids that are digging this stuff. I mean, it's considered classic now. It's, it's hard, as much as it hurts to say that, yeah, you can call it classic heavy metal now. I say do it. But what has to happen first is these guys all have to sit in a room. And wouldn't you love to be a little frickin' fly on the wall for that meeting between Phil, Vinnie Paul, and Rex? And the only way it would happen, back to the point I made before, forgiveness. I know there's a lot of hurt surrounding Dimes of Death. Every single freaking year the anniversary comes up on my dad's birthday, I'm like, hey, it's my dad's birthday. Oh, it's anniversary of Dimes' death, December 8th. Man, I still cry on that day, because they're still one of my favorites. I love listening to them, but it's so freaking hard to listen to them. Last night I was listening to those live performances and I had a freaking lump in my throat again. It just hurts, It's sad. If they decide they can't play this stuff anymore, fine. I'm good with that too. But these guys gotta get in the room sometime. Talk. Converse. Don't fight. What is there to fight about? You're gonna fight over a guitarist that's been dead several years now? You're gonna blame each other? Don't blame each other. Everyone else was going through those, issues at the time. You're gonna blame Phil? Phil had issues. Okay, yeah, that sucks. He's gonna be feeling guilty for the rest of his life. Quit blaming Phil, for God's sakes, man. Blame the guy that ended Dime's life. You gotta forgive each other. Get in a room, sit down, your brothers, talk. This is my plea to Pantera. You don't play anymore together? Fine. I can handle that. Get in a room, talk, forgive. Forgive. Thanks for watching, guys.